What is up everyone, welcome back to another vlog, and for today we are starting out here in the district of Joo Chiat. It's about halfway between downtown and Changi Airport, and we are here having breakfast at this place called Common Man Coffee Roasters, sorry. It's somewhere here in Joo Chiat. And basically what we're gonna do today is we're gonna just explore the other districts of Singapore like what we did 2 days ago. We're gonna see Little India, Kampong Glam, and Joo Chiat. We're gonna see the night safari, and we're gonna go on a Singapore boat cruise, so that's exciting. Again, we're gonna try to see if we can do all of these attractions on a budget. So for today, we are back to the $58 maximum, and let's see if we can keep that there, but I don't think we're going to, guys, because we're going to do a lot today. So yeah, now let's have some really good breakfast now. So I got like the full breakfast thing, which comes with literally everything you could possibly want. There's like bread underneath, and is this beans? Yeah, it is beans. And bacon and tomatoes and all that, and egg. So this breakfast is so good. I haven't been I didn't show myself eating it because I just went for it because I was so hungry, but it's pretty good, I have to say. Bacon is really crisp and the flavors just explode. The sausage is also really good, the egg is really good. Literally everything is really good. I would really recommend this place. So this area was actually named after Joo Chiat, that's C-H-E-W. He was a wealthy Chinese business owner from like the 1800s, I think. And this place just has a bunch of cafes and shops and everything like that. But the one thing we really see here are the really colorful shop houses that kind of are a symbol of Peranakan culture. They're also a very good example of pre-war architecture. So what exactly is Peranakan culture, you might ask? Well, it's a mixture of Chinese and Malay heritage. Basically, these people are descendants of Chinese who married local like Malay women. They're also known as Straits Chinese, and many of them were traders and shopkeepers, which is why they usually occupy the shop houses that are located throughout the these areas that they lived in. They speak Baba Malay, which is a mixture of Hokkien, which is a language like a subset of Chinese, and Malay. And they're located in 3 main areas: Tanjung Pagar, Emerald Hill, and here in Joo Chiat. So we're gonna head that way towards the Peranakan houses. So let's go. So I'm walking down Joo Chiat, or I don't know what road this is actually, but I'm on my way to the shop houses, and it is so hot. Yesterday was kind of manageable because like it wasn't scorching, but it's scorching again, which I'm not complaining. I don't want to complain about it because it's better than having it rain. I'm kind of glad that the sun's out because it was supposed to be raining this entire trip, and so far we've been lucky, the first day notwithstanding. So these are the really pretty shop houses, as you can see. They're all very colorful, and they're like tiled, they're like ornamental tiles on them. It's pretty cool. And like there's like stained glass at the top. I don't know if you can see up there. Okay, so just so you guys know, these places are called shop houses because on the bottom floor there's usually a shop, like the business of the family, and on the second floor is their house, hence the name. So like I said earlier, a lot of the people, the Peranakan people, lived in these houses, lived in this neighborhood. We're also gonna go to another one of their neighborhoods tomorrow. It's called Emerald Hill. Also has really nice shop houses and everything, so yeah. So we are done here with Joo Chiat. It was pretty interesting, the mix of cafes and restaurants and the shop houses and everything. Looked pretty cool, but now we're on our way to Little India, which should take us about, I think, 10 minutes by Grab. So yeah, we're just waiting for it. So we're in Little India right now, and actually this entire area used to be a race course. And then when cattle trading became popular in like the 1800s, this place slowly became like an Indian center. And because of this, temples like this one that we're right beside right now started to get erected. Now this one that we're going to is called Sri Veeramakaliamman. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know, I'm probably 100% wrong, but it's the oldest Hindu temple in all of Singapore. It was built for the goddess who is apparently a destroyer of all evil. And it's linked to people who came from abroad, like migrants who would come here to pray for safety in a foreign land. And the famous Gopuram, which is like the big statue looking thing at the front, was added in the 80s. So let's check out what the inside looks like. If you guys didn't know, Singapore has a mix of about 3 or 4 different main ethnicities. There's Indian, Malay, and Chinese. And that's part of the culture of Singapore, just how multicultural this entire city-state is. Like they have little sections for like Little India, sections for the Muslims, sections for the Chinese. And that all stems from Stamford Raffles's Jackson Plan, which was to incorporate every single ethnicity into their own area. And it's just so interesting and so fascinating how this is probably one of the only multicultural places in Asia. And it's mostly because of how they decided to grow their population, how they decided to promote this cultural diversity. So it's really, really cool and interesting and everything. And yeah, another interesting thing about Singapore is that they are so strict. Littering carries a $1,000 fine, I think. You're not allowed to chew gum. And it's all in an effort to make this place as pristine and as like orderly as possible. And everybody contributes to this. Nobody really breaks any of the laws. And they do that mostly because they really love their country. They really respect their country. They're really proud of their country and they want to share that with the world. And they really do their part to make sure that even though it's strict, that they comply with the rules, just so that, you know, they can create a better society. And I feel like other countries should get that mentality, or should follow that mentality, because it's something really noble. A continuation of the history I was telling you of Singapore from a while ago. They were acquired by the British East India Trading Company, I think is the name. In 1867, they became a crown colony of the British Empire. And that's the period where a lot of the buildings were constructed, which is why they have this like colonial architecture to it. But the biggest blow that Singapore ever suffered, and the British Empire ever suffered, was when the Japanese invaded in 1942. And they got
Singapore, and the British had to surrender on Chinese New Year in 1942. At the time, it was and I think it still is, the largest surrender in British history. And the Japanese executed so many Chinese people because there was an anti-Chinese sentiment in Japan stemming from, like, I think the Sino-Japanese War. And there were so many problems when the Japanese overtook, I mean, the island. Like, there was like high unemployment, quality of life wasn't good, it was not good. But they eventually left the island and surrendered back to the British in 1945. In 1946, Singapore became a British Crown colony. Now we're gonna explore a little more of Little India, so let's go that way. I love this place. It really makes me feel like I'm actually in India, and that all these different stores and stuff are so nice, selling different kinds of things, clothes, electronics, food, and it goes from like maybe like a kilometer or so. So this is the Sri Srinivasa Perumal Temple. It was built on land bought from the British East India Company in 1851, and it was built in 1885, and it was also restored in the 60s. So this is kind of not really new, but like it's renovated. So let's go inside. The temple was great. It wasn't as ornate as the last one, but it was still pretty interesting to see. And now we're gonna go to a Buddhist temple nearby. So we are at an apartment complex right now, as you can see. It's also interesting to note that Singapore I think they subsidize everyone's housing. That's why there are no there's not a lot. Oh, actually no, there is no homeless population here in Singapore because they literally subsidize all of their housing. And also, just another fun fact about Singapore, if you do own a car here, you usually can't have it for more than 3 years because the tax that they levy on your car is like more expensive than the car itself. And that's in an effort to promote public transportation, to ease pollution, and to make sure that to avoid any accidents, that the cars that they use here in Singapore are very new and up to date. The temple we're going to should be just around the corner, so yeah. So this is the Sakyamuni Buddha Gaya temple, and it was actually built by this Thai monk who brought a statue of Buddha from Thailand to Singapore and wanted to house it somewhere. So he built a little shed for it and put the figure there. It was built in 1930 after a donation from the same two brothers that make tiger balm oil. And the Buddha that you're gonna see inside there is 300 tons. That is 300. That is insane. But yeah, let's see if we can explore. If not, then I'll just tell you guys about it afterwards. So that was a very interesting temple. That Buddha was huge. It was ginormous. But yeah, now we're gonna go to the Mustafa Center, which is like this mall that's supposed to contain everything you could ever possibly need. So fun facts about the Mustafa Center: it used to be 900 square feet big, but now it's 40,000 square feet, so that's huge. And yeah, we're on the way to there right now, so I'll show you guys it afterwards. So we're in the Mustafa Center. They're selling a bunch of watches, electronics, little trinkets and everything. Their batteries. I know you can even buy gold here, from what I know. You can buy gold, guys. Yeah, there are even phones if you want a cheap smartphone. So I got myself a magnet because I usually collect magnets, like ever since I went to Europe in 2017. I collect magnets of places everywhere I've been to. I also want to get like a pin, if they have pins, like something I can pin on something, because I have one from the other places I went to. Yeah, so let's try to find one. This place has everything though. There's like a grocery downstairs, electronics, literally anything you could ask for, you could find it right here. This place literally has the cheapest goods I've seen so far in Singapore. Like, it is so cheap. I can see why people come here and why this is such a popular place to visit, even for tourists. Because everything here is a bargain. It's amazing. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I changed cameras. I don't know if the quality is different. Because my Canon M50 just died on me. Like, I've been here like 15 minutes trying to get it to turn on, and it just wouldn't turn on. So that's another thing going for me this trip. I literally cannot catch a break. But it's fine. I'm gonna probably get it repaired tomorrow when we're in Orchard Road. So yeah, let me see how that works out. But now we're gonna have lunch at the Tekka Center, and we're gonna see Tan Tieng Na, which is like the really colorful house. So let's go over there. We are at Tan Tieng Na right now. As you can see, it is that big thing over there. So this was Tan Tieng Na. Pretty cool. I've always wanted to see it ever since I saw it in pictures. Looks even better in person, I must say. I love all the like multicolored slats on the windows and the ornate like the thing above the windows. I don't know what you call it. But yeah, now we're gonna have some food at the Tekka Center, which is the local hawker market, hawker center for this part of town. So we just came from a very traditional looking wet market, and now we're at the hawker center. So we are here at the Tekka Center, and I got chapati, I think they call it. It costs $7 with the like dipping sauce thing. So here it is. And here's the dipping sauce thing. I think it's dipping sauce, but they gave us a spoon, so I'm assuming we can eat it too. So I guess you peel it like this. Let me try it without the sauce first. So let's see if it has any flavor. Okay, so you need flavor. It's very not flavorful. Try with the flavoring. That is good. Oh, really good. You can definitely taste the chicken. It really brings out the flavor. Yeah. perfect actually. So it's worth noting that I spent $7 on the kapati, I don't know what it's called, kapati, and the sauce, and I spent $1 on this water, so that's $8 total. I don't think we're gonna be within budget again. I think it's always because of the hotel. If the hotel wasn't expensive, if it was like $20, which I don't think there is a hotel here that's our hostel even, that's $20, but if it was, then we would probably have made our goal, but it's not, so you gotta learn to live with it. So after a very filling lunch at the hawker center, we are gonna go now to Kampong Glam. Kampong Glam is the Muslim quarter of Singapore. Yeah, that's where Haji Lane is. Everybody knows what Haji Lane is. And the Sultan Mosque and everything. So it's a pretty hip, alive place, if you know what I mean. So yeah, let's go there right now. Here we are at Kampong Glam. This is like the Muslim quarter of Singapore. We just got off the bus, so that was another 95 cents. And yeah, we're gonna just explore this place. So Kampong actually means compound in Malay. So this is basically the Muslim compound is what they're saying. And the Sultan Mosque, as you can see over there, it was built in 1824 for Hussein Shah, who was the first Sultan of Singapore. Raffles agreed to have it built, like Stamford Raffles agreed to have it built and spent $3,000 on its construction. A century later, it was kind of in disrepair. So in 1932, they redid the whole thing. They reconstructed the whole thing and everything. So yeah, now it looks great. And it looks like there's gold at the top of the dome. It's pretty nice. There are a lot of different like shops and restaurants and clothing stores, trinket stores. It's pretty it's pretty lively. Yeah, and the buildings are just like multicolored and they're really pretty. So the street we are on now is called Arab Street and it looks very authentic. So this is the famous like, what do you call it, arch that like people usually take pictures at. Okay, we're gonna go try to enter the mosque right now. I don't know if you can take pictures or videos, so I will just update you guys afterwards, but yeah. So I'm just walking down. This is not Haji Lane. This is like some place near Haji Lane, but it has that, the mosque over there. We're trying to find Haji Lane right now. It's somewhere around here. But this place is pretty cool. There's like Turkish ice cream over there. It's actually a lot of Turkish stuff now that I realize it. Another Turkish restaurant. There's even a hotel apparently over here. What a great location for a hotel. You're right in the middle of the Arab Quarter, or Kampong Glam. So we are now in Haji Lane. Interesting thing about this, it's called Haji Lane because it was named after the Hajj, which is the pilgrimage every Muslim person takes to Mecca. And all the people who organize trips to Mecca were on this street, which is why it was called Haji Lane. So a lot of people also stayed here as they were going to Mecca, like in the olden times. They would stop over in Singapore, and yeah, they would just stay here. Like a place to get drinks over here. I think there's a tattoo parlor up there, and there's just a bunch of, like, here's a burger, pasta, and steak restaurant. Just a bunch of places where you can go eat and shop. There's even a record store over here. So there's like a cafe here where you can play games while eating. I love cafes like that. I've gone to a few in Manila. They're really fun. So I got some macarons. I got 4, 2 cookies and cream and 2 chocolate. They cost $10. Because I was originally gonna buy 2, then she was like, it's 10 for 4. I was like, okay, let's try them. Here's the cookies and cream. That was good. That's really good. You can really taste the cookies and cream. Let's try the chocolate. Pretty good. So we're just walking, looking at different places on Haji Lane, and this has been a very fun day. Actually, we did a lot. We went to a lot of places, and the day's not over yet. We got the riverboat cruise and night safari. That's hilarious. It's raining here in Haji Lane, but we are at the iconic mural, as you can see. So we are done here at Haji Lane, and now we have actually a boat cruise, a Singapore river cruise at 5 p.m. So we gotta make our way to Clarke Quay. We're planning to take the bus, but as you can see, it is raining. Although it was a lot stronger, like maybe like 10 minutes ago, now it's a little bit weaker. But it was like pouring a while ago. But yeah, the sun is out. There's even the sun is literally over there. I don't know why it's raining, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't rain for our cruise, because that would suck. But c'est la vie. That's a pretty iconic building from what I remember. I think it's the communications building. So we're just walking around Clarke Quay. It's starting to drizzle again, but it's so weird. It's drizzling, but the sun is out. The weather does not want to make up its mind, I swear. So Clarke Quay, where we are right now, was used as a dock in the olden times for like boats that were going through Singapore. And it was named after Andrew Clarke, who was a governor of the Singapore Straits. Now usually this place has a lot of bars, restaurants, stuff like that. So it's not really alive in the morning or in the afternoon. But in the evening, especially on weekends, this is where everybody goes to party. We're gonna be actually taking the boat cruise from here. The jetty is somewhere here. And yeah, so this place, like I said, has a lot of shops, restaurants, stuff like that. I think there's even a second floor to it, but sadly a lot of the restaurants and bars and clubs closed because of COVID. So it looks like we're the only ones here, and I'm not surprised. Like I said, this place really just goes alive at night, but the buildings are really colorful, but a lot seems closed. So I'm taking a picture as I'm talking to you guys. Oh, there's an Ipudo though over here. I love Ipudo. So I take it back, there are some people here, but you can barely hear me because there's construction going on. we just got our tickets for the Singapore River cruise. As always, I would recommend that you book through Klook. We got them for $2 cheaper. It's usually $25, but for us it was $23. And I'm guessing you guys I know what you're probably thinking. You know, we're not gonna make our budget again. I really feel like it's the hotel. I really feel like it. Although, if we were just doing free things, well, tomorrow I think we could reach it. There's a possibility, guys. But yeah, let's see. The boat should be ready in a few minutes. We're just waiting for it. And I can see it coming from under the bridge, actually. It's over there. I just don't want to bring my camera out because right now we're like in the shade and it's actually kind of drizzling. And yeah, I feel like my other camera conked out because water got in it when we were watching Spectra last night. So I feel like that's the problem, but we'll see. Hopefully my camera can be fixed. If not, I'm gonna have to buy a new one. Oh god. But yeah. So we're on the boat cruise right now. We're on the last row with a great window over here so I can put my head out. Yeah. Audio quality doesn't suck because I don't have my mic plugged in right now because it's drizzling a little bit, but this is the spot of Singapore's best nightclub. So I just bought my dinner here at a place called SG Hawker, and I got a fried carrot cake, black. I've never had it before. I don't know what it is. I just saw it in other people's vlogs and I was like, I want to try that. So I bought some. It was $4, so pretty cheap. Actually one of the cheaper meals I've had this trip. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully. Okay, so I got the carrot cake. As you can see, it's over here. I think you eat this with chopsticks. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm gonna try. Let's go. Oh my god. That is so good. Oh my god, that is so good. You can really taste the egg. And I don't know what sauce they put on this, but it is so good. Would recommend. 10 out of 10. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Singapore has this thing called line culture. And basically what it means, I'm not sure if I said this already, but basically what it means is that people in Singapore will line up for something even though they have no idea what they're lining up for, and they do that because like a line symbolizes that something is good, which kind of makes sense actually. But yeah, so that's a thing that they do here that for me is kind of funny but also kind of smart. So we are now heading to the night safari. It is supposed to be 40 minutes away by car, so it's gonna be a while in the car. But yeah, I'm very excited. I haven't gone in a while. Like I was saying, I'm excited. I haven't gone to night safari in a while, so this is gonna be
fun.
Okay guys, so I don't know if you can hear me because of the construction noise, but the Uber on the Grab to Night Safari is gonna cost us 50 Singapore dollars. That is insane. That is a next level insane. But it's fine, we gotta get there somehow. We are here at Night Safari. It's a little rainy, not as rainy as it was a while ago, but we're gonna power through this. So the Night Safari cost 63 million Singapore dollars to build, and it opened in 1994. The enclosures are supposed to simulate natural habitats, meaning they're not in cages, and the light that shines on them is supposed to mimic moonlight, so that there's always moonlight every single day. So yeah, I think we're just gonna go on the tram and then just find our way through the park. Let's go. I'm pretty excited to be here. I have not been here in like 13 years probably, and this place looks a lot nicer than I remember it being. We only had time to do one zoo related thing, and Singapore Zoo is just too big and it would take like 6 hours to do. So we decided to do Night Safari since this is the first nocturnal zoo in the entire world. So this was a trailblazer, so I really wanted to see it and include it so that you guys can see it too. I'm sorry if the footage is gonna be grainy. This GoPro does not do the best in low light, and my old camera was really good at it, but then it just stopped working. So we gotta play the cards that we're dealt with. There's like an eatery over there, and the trams are over here. So this place, basically you ride a tram and then it like takes you around to see all the animals. Then you can hop off the tram and then like explore and stuff. We are heading for the train now, I mean the tram. So we just did the tram ride. I got some videos on my phone for you to show you guys, but I think it's worth mentioning that it cost us $49.5 to do this experience, and normally it would cost you $55, but we bought our tickets through Klook. And again, this is not an ad for Klook, but they really do save you a lot of money. I mean, it's like $6, but like $6 can go a long way. That's like 6 train rides, so highly recommend them. But yeah, now we're gonna go through the trails, and I'll probably just be using my phone to record everything. I mean, so it can work in night mode, but yeah, so I'll see you guys on the trails. So we just came, as you saw, from the zoo portion of the experience, and it was so great. We saw so many animals. I think my favorite was the tiger, the otters, those were cool, and maybe was it the civet cats? Yeah, they had like an enclosure, they were like above you. It was pretty cool. Now I think we're gonna head home. We're pretty tired. It's been a long day, but we're still here soldiering on. But yeah, I think we're gonna go home now. Hey everyone, so I'm back in my hotel room and I am tired. I am so tired. It's currently like 11:30 p.m. and I am wiped. Oh god. Today was such a full day. We did so many things, experienced so many things. It was fun. It was fun. I mean, I saw Little India and Joo Chiat and Kampong Glam, and then we did the riverboat cruise, which was fun. And then of course night safari, which was the highlight of the day for me. But I am wiped. I'm just so tired. But I'm here to report to you guys just if we were able to keep within the budget that we set. So let's check. So again, the $100 budget, we don't include the $42 that I already spent on this hostel. So first I spent $12.8 on a Grab to Joo Chiat. Then I spent $15, I know, $15 on breakfast. Then I spent about $15, I think, on breakfast. Then I spent $15 on a Grab from Joo Chiat to Little India, followed by spending $8 at the Teka Center Hawker Center. I then spent 95 cents to go from Little India to Kampong Glam. I bought the macarons that you saw earlier for $10. I spent another 95 cents to go from Kampong Glam to Clarke Quay. I spent $23 on the Singapore boat cruise. I spent $4 at SG Hawker. That was my carrot cake, I believe. Then I spent $1.50 on water at SG Hawker. Then here's the biggie. I spent $25.4 on a Grab, not an Uber, a Grab to the Night Safari. Then I spent $49.5 on a ticket to Night Safari. Then I spent $18.9 on a Grab from Night Safari all the way back to my hostel. It comes to a grand total, guys, of $227. So obviously this is more than a 100% increase from what we're supposed to do. So I think we're slowly coming to a conclusion of what if Singapore is affordable or not. We're gonna see if the next 2 days have anything that requires expenses or whatever, and we'll see. I feel like tomorrow hopefully will be better because we're going to the Botanical Gardens, which is gonna be free. We're going to the National Gallery, which we already paid, but it's really cheap, or relatively cheap. And then we're going to Orchard Road, and we're not really buying anything. We're just like wandering Orchard Road and Emerald Hill. And then we're gonna go get a Singapore sling at Raffles, but then we're gonna share that probably, so it'll probably be cheaper. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like to click the subscribe button, like button down there. My last videos are to my left and to my right. I don't know where, but they are there. Follow me on all my social media that's linked down below: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Visit my website at passportperspective.com. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see ya in the next episode.